Yo, what up, everybody? It's Breeze from Rolling Free TV. I'm coming to y'all with another hot story as always. I'm gonna title this one, I Went to Jail for the Hells Angels, and that ain't no lie. So, grab a snack, grab a treat, take a seat. Hey, tell everybody to shut the hell up and listen. So, what's the who, when, what, where, and why, right? Me and my pops, of course. Of course, a horse is a horse. We prospect together. Of course, we're going to go to this run together. All right? Who is it for? The Hells Angels. When was it? Well, it was about 10 years ago, like the rest of these stories. And where? The Bay Area, Hollister, North Run. All right, me and my pops decide we're gonna go to this run. It's probably the last thing he needs to do before he gets to make member. I want to tag along because it sounds like it's gonna be super cool, right? So let me say this: we always see who wants to go. Nobody wanted to go with us as usual, so it was two. It was a member, actually just one member, and three prospects. Pops was still a prospect. So this member brings it up. North Run. Who wants to go? Of course. My dad's going to go because he's getting close to patching out. I'm going to go because it sounds like a good time and I went to everything I could. The other homeboy's going because he's going to ride next to the. He's going to ride next to the member. And we're going to be in the chase truck. My pops is going to drive his truck. That means we're going to have suitcase, bags, whatever, right? So, we all make a plan. Nobody else wants to go with us of where we're going to meet. We meet in the middle of our state. We get ready to head out. Now, once again, let's bring it back just like the last story. I got to go through enemy territory. Shout out to Mooch. He was on it like a duck on a damn June bug. And you weren't going to just slip through Oregon without any problems from that dude and his friends. So shout out to them. Of course, you got to load up. This is prior, this is prior to catching the case. Obviously, this is when I went to jail for the Hells Angels. We all make a plan. We get ready. We're going down there. We got to get through Oregon. It's cool. Everything's cool, man. We're having a good time. We've already slipped through the cracks a few times. We know we got little routes. We got stopping points. We got homies on our side there, right? We get through Oregon into California. Same thing. It's nice and chill through Redding. Beautiful. Then you start getting around the Bay Area. It's a little more serious. Into the Bay Area. We get to where we're going. It's in Hollister. It's the North Run. 10 years ago. I could talk about all this stuff because I already went to jail and house arrest and probation. It's in Hollister. It's the North Run. It's so cool. It's at like this big rodeo campground, and it's just filled to the brim with bikers, dude. Hey, it was one of the coolest events I went to until when I tried to go home. So we get through there, we get to Hollister, we get to the run site. Dude, right out the gate, there's just dudes, being crazy. Because those are the dudes at the gate. There's like a table of them for some reason. They got a table set up outside the run site. They're all posted up. Who are you? They got to check your tabs, see if they recognize them, ask you some weird questions. Who's paying? Because actually, out of our crew, there was 4 dudes. And about 4 more dudes came from Seattle. So that's why I didn't include them thus far, because I completely forgot about them. And they probably were coming from a different direction and just met us at the tip of California. They didn't go from Washington into Oregon and through the gauntlet with us. So we meet up. We got those guys with us, all right? Two of them are city crew. They're like brothers. They go way back, man. Rest in peace to one of those dudes. And then there's two dudes from Sons of Hell. One's out, and one is a high-ranking member that I seen cry that weekend in Seattle. So from Seattle. So we get to the run site, dude. There's all these savages at the gate already, and you can see past that. Just like any event, there's like 300 Hells Angels partying in the background, dude. There's bands playing. You know, there's dudes from Sons of Anarchy there. But so we get to the gate. They're questioning everybody. Who are you guys? Where are you coming in from? Who's your point of contact? Yada yada. They offered this big fat 400-pound dude that we rolled up with a cheeseburger, and he just grabbed that and inhaled it real quick. And I was like, man, bad idea. I wouldn't take food off of none of these guys. It might just be a trick bag. You never know what could be in there. If they're messing with us, I already just want to get past the gate. I don't really like none of these dudes, to be honest. They're just being jerks. And we get past them, get into the run site. Party, huge party. Motorhomes, trucks, bikes everywhere. Hundreds of bikes. Sickest bikes, man. Fine-tuned machines. Everybody's got a custom paint job that pops, you know, with the death head on it, or a scene of like whatever they can imagine and their paint artist can do. And I just love paint jobs and good looking bikes. So get in there, roll in there, pull in, get out the truck. You know, the members are pulling up on the bikes. We start cruising around saying hi to everybody. I'm seeing members that play in Sons of Anarchy, and they're having a good time. And there's like crazy old school famous bands that know the club that are playing there. And these big huge runs are just a lot of fun, man. I can't say enough about just how fun they are, right? Even though the whole time I'm cleaning toilets and picking up people's trash and getting people drinks and just being a gopher, but in between then, I'm talking to legends. I'm sitting down, you know, well, I'm not really sitting down much, but I'm standing next to, or they grab something and help me move that I'm moving. I'm talking Flash from Oakland, man. One of the, you know, oldest living, longest patched members of the club. He's telling me stories, chopping it up with me, and I'm like, man, I'm a prospect, and this old man is like helping me move stuff and telling me a story, and I really like stuff like that. And then you see like prospects fighting in the background about something, members tearing them apart and beating their ass again after that. It's just something about it, man. The bikes, the stories, the vibes. People are just having a good time. You see people you haven't seen in a long time. That's one of the best parts. You go all these places and meet all these people, and then there's big runs, and you see these people that you've made relationships with on the road. It's cool as hell. So I'm just cruising around, doing all that, meeting legends, watching fights, doing this and that. One of my favorite things about it was like the taxi rides. So if there's a run site and not all the members want to like sleep on the ground or in a camper or a tent, they probably book out a hotel down the street, right? Well, guess how they get back and forth from those hotels? Prospects and like hang around clubs or whatever you want to call them, right? Not a hang around club, a puppet club. Somebody who is also red and white, you know, Sons of Hell, something like that. They're going to be driving these shuttle buses. So 24 hours from the run site, man. These runs are so crazy. They got full access bar, bands, you know, dancers, your own shuttle, food, whatever you need. So when the members have had enough, they go and they stand in this certain spot in the shuttle that's going back and forth from their hotel. If there might be two shuttles, they know where to go to get on their route. But whoever's driving it is like, this is going to be the wildest, worst, and most cool night of your life, driving these dudes back to the hotel, right? Because some of them are like, oof, man, that was fun. This and that happened, yada, yada, and they're calm. And the other ones will be like, ah! Right? And they grab you like that. I'm not even playing. Knock the phone over. Oh, and down. Hey, that's what could happen. They get in the van, they grab you, they attack you, they're screaming, they're yelling, they're spitting, they're cussing, and you're like, get off of me, man. I'm trying to drive you somewhere. Hey, you wouldn't believe it. So that's what I'm saying. I seen a dude that's a member now. He came back just crying. Crying because of what they'd done to him, you know. A member had pulled a toothpick on him, put it up to his parts of his body that he definitely doesn't want toothpicks to go into, and was yelling at him, and he's trying to give the dude a ride home. This was a wild dude from Hawaii. They called him, I'm not going to tell you what they called him. I was going to say like a little hint, but let's not do that. But he scared the living daylights out of this dude that was driving him. That dude pulled in, said he'd had enough. The trip down was just too much, and having that happen to him, he cried and he needed to take a break, because it could just break a man down sometimes, these things. So that was a funny thing I saw. You know, I saw the two city crew members getting into it with each other off in the background, because I'm telling you, look, we already took us however many hours, like, let me think, probably 14 hours straight shot from Spokane into the Bay or wherever the hell we were going. So you're just already up that whole time, and your head's got to be on a swivel because you got to get through the gauntlet. You know, shout out to Mooch for creating the gauntlet at that time. And shout out to the other clubs. You know, I might have forgot to say, and let's say Brother Speed, Outsiders, Gypsy Jokers, and is there one more? The Free Souls. I almost didn't say it again. Shout out to all those clubs for holding down Oregon always. The Mongols got in, and it was a hard state to get through unnoticed. So the run was cool, man. But it really gets to you being on the road, man. It wears on you. We've already been up getting through the gauntlet, and now we're running down into our own gauntlet of our own people we got to watch our back around, unfortunately. And, hey, we've just been up for already 3 days on the Natch. If you ain't cheating, you're gonna be up, and you're gonna be tired, and you might get, you know, feeling some type of way. It wears on you bad. So that was it, man. That was a big party. That was cool. We did that. Now let's get into leaving. It's over. We've done 2 days there, or 2 days down, 3 days there. That's already 5 days up and at 'em. No breaks, no nothing. You're on it. When you're a prospect, you get used to this. It's called being on the move. Energizer Bunny team, no sleep type deal. You're used to it. You're always doing this. So we get done with that. We say our goodbyes, man. We see all the stories, the fights, the good times, the laughs, the band, the ladies, the motorcycles, all of it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Headed out. Hey, later, everybody. It's been real and it's been nice, but it ain't been real nice. Time to go. We head out. We get out the gate. Old love-struck homeboy with us. Hey, shout out to him. Still talk to him to this day. He ended up being with this chick, so maybe it was worth it in the long run. But he had to go. He had to make a quick stop, if you know what I mean, Cupcake. On our way out of town. He had to go say goodbye to somebody. And he did. And we were just chilling outside, and we were getting ready to go. And I mean, I could see the freeway. I could see the road home. I'm already just tired, beat up. And hey, like I said earlier, if you ain't cheating, you're gonna be falling asleep. At some point, a human body can only do so much, and Red Bull just wings only get you so far. So start breaking into the bag a little bit and getting ready to go, getting ready for the long shot home. That's gonna be up all the way through the top of California again. And then guess what? Our old friend Mooch is going to be at every spot he can think of, trying to trying to catch us on the way back because there's only one way in and one way out to California from Washington, dog, unless you're going to make some other route, but that ain't an option. Hey, we're getting ready to go. Now it's really over. We're getting ready to go again, right? We had to make the pit stop for Homeboy, be a little cupcake, and now we're ready to take off. We get going, the member and the prospect take off in front of us. We're in the chase truck. We got to stay close behind them. Close enough not to smack into the back of them, but close enough to where somebody else can't slip in either. So it's hey, you got to be on it. You got to be on it. You got to know what you're doing. Your chase truck, big responsibility. Being the chase truck, you got these dudes. Bags. You got their baggage in the truck. All their baggage, luggage, soft colors, belts, belt buckle. Hey, whatever they put in their bag and threw in the truck, that's what we got. And plus, I got my own. I'm riding with my own stuff too. All right, let's call it a Chicago typewriter and a boomstick. Just in case any surprise visitors try to jump on me and my homeboys on this journey to California and back. You know, it's hot, and I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, if you know what I mean. And I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That was then. I don't live like that now. I'm just telling you all the story, and you can look up the case. This is a real deal right here. So I can see the freeway. We're getting ready to take off. I got all that stuff in the car, man. All that stuff in the car and then some. Man. Hey. The member, the prospect go ahead of us. We keep up in the truck, right? We're right on them. All of a sudden, you know, it's 3 lanes. This is the slow lane, cruising lane, get on the freeway lane. We're in the middle. Homeboys are in front of us. They're getting ready to get on the freeway. We are behind them making the lane change to get on the freeway. Cop comes from slow lane. Woo! And she's coming in hot. She almost hit us. Hey, we see her direct her path straight towards our guys. You know, hey, we were in the truck. You know what we gotta do. We did it. We cut her off like 40 going north, buddy. We cut her off so bad she didn't know what happened or what to charge us with, man. She had her lights on. She starts, it's on us, pull over. Another one pulls up. Our homies ride off into the sunset. Salute to you guys. So, the lady. You guys have heard this story maybe a few times, but not like this. The lady comes up to the car. She looks at us and she says, "Father and son, right?" And we looked at each other. And we're like, yeah. And where did she get tipped off of that, huh? Was it an angry little prospect that had to stay home? I know it was. No, but anyways, hey, she says, are you father and son, right? Yep. Anything in the car? Nope. Where are you guys coming from? None of your business. What's that smell? What are you talking about? You know, you guys are following those patch holders. Don't know what you're talking about. I see a patch right there. That's from eBay. And nothing's working. She goes, you know what? I think we're going to have to search the car. And I personally know not to say yes to that, right? You know what? This video only goes up to when I got arrested, so she says we're going to have to search the car. My dad says go ahead. I say don't go ahead. I don't know why he just said that. You can search his stuff, but not mine. That didn't work. Hey, pretty soon, you're under arrest.